Organised crime detective testifies in secret on Transnet-linked murder of engineer. From kingpin to caged, Vusimuzi Cat Matlala's bail battle and a manhunt after a masked gang steals priceless royal treasures from the Louvre Museum in Paris. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
A member of Gauteng's organised crime unit testifying in secret before the Madlanga Commission has described how his team was warned of police pushback while probing the murder of Vereniging engineer Armand Swart. Known as Witness A, the detective is testifying from a safe house with his voice broadcast but his face concealed. Swart was killed last year in a case of mistaken identity linked to alleged Transnet corruption.
Witness A has testified how the murder of Vereniging engineer Armand Swart was the start of unraveling the Big Five criminal syndicates in Gauteng. He testified that upon arresting 3 of the initial suspects in connection with Swart's murder, including police officer Michael Puluetawu, the investigators were briefed by organised crime head Major General Richard Shibiri. Shibiri told the team that those arrested were linked to notorious taxi boss Jotan Msibi, otherwise known as Mswati, who died in January last year.
Mswazi was a person that was widely known as a taxi owner, and he was a ruthless someone in terms of killings.
Shibiri allegedly also confirmed that the accused had links to someone in the Hawks, only known as Zungu. Arun Singh, Eyewitness News.
Bail for Cat Matlala, not today. The Johannesburg High Court has reserved judgment after hearing arguments that the Magistrates Court may have misinterpreted the seriousness of the charges against alleged crime kingpin Vusimuzi Cat Matlala.
Vusimuzi Cat Matlala has escalated his bid for bail to the Johannesburg High Court. He believes the Alexandra Magistrates Court was incorrect in its finding that he is not eligible for bail.
Matlala beefed up his legal team today with heavyweight advocate Lawrence Herdus SC arguing for his release on bail. Herdus has pointed out what he claims are discrepancies in the state's case, saying the evidence is entirely circumstantial. One of the allegations made by the state is that Vusimuzi Cat Matlala made several payments to his co-accused and alleged hitman Diego Mabusela through his daughter Ntabiseng for the hit on socialite and actress Tebogo Tobejane. But Matlala insists he deposited 100,000 rand into Mabusela's account to help with funeral arrangements as his mother had just died. The state hit back, claiming the payment was made hours before his mother's passing and so could not have been for the funeral. But today, Matlala's lawyer, Advocate Herdus, presented an affidavit from Mabusela's sister confirming that when the payment was made, her mother had indeed died. Prosecutors have conceded that this may have been a mistake on the part of investigators. They insist, however, that Matlala is not eligible for bail, highlighting that he allegedly asked his wife for a picture of his fraudulent Eswatini ID while he was in prison, showing that he's a flight risk. They've also argued that state witnesses continue to live in fear, and releasing Matlala on bail would compromise the state's case.
Matlala will have to wait a little while longer to find out his fate, as the Johannesburg High Court has reserved judgment, which is expected to be handed down either on Friday or on Monday. Khomozo Modise, Eyewitness News in Johannesburg.
The DA has proposed an economic empowerment bill that removes race as a determining factor, replacing it with a needs-based approach. The bill is the party's proposed policy to replace broad-based black economic empowerment. The party says B-BBEE has only benefited a few politically connected individuals instead of a majority.
This is why the DA is using its position in the government of national unity and parliament to oppose this harmful policy and promote genuine empowerment that uplifts the disadvantaged, unlocks opportunity, and delivers prosperity. The DA may be in coalition with the ANC in government, but that doesn't mean that we need to agree with them all the time. We are in the GNU to represent the interests of all South Africans, and we will not relent.
Rescue divers have been searching for someone who's believed to have drowned in the Westdene Dam. It's understood that a fisherman saw what he believed to be a body floating in the water at the weekend. He approached authorities who initiated the search yesterday but had to stop due to bad weather. Emergency crews have now brought in a small boat and will be searching along the bushy perimeter of the dam as the next rescue divers gear up to go underwater once more.
What you heard from his housemates is that from Wednesday, he started acting strange, like talking alone, doing strange things around the house. Yeah. And then on Friday, that's when he started getting worse. And then came on Sunday evening. That's when I received a call from my mom and then this guy is missing. And then I came this side, they told me about the water, the dam, and then went to the police station. Yeah.
Academic activities at the University of the Free State resumed today after 2 weeks of student protests. The unrest followed a new policy barring students with outstanding fees from registering next year. Management has now agreed to delay the rule for 2 years after talks with student leaders. The academic calendar has been adjusted. Exams will start on the 10th of November, except for health sciences students. They'll begin on the 3rd.
The Kwakwa campus will remain closed until further notice due to the severe damage sustained on the campus on the 13th of October. There is an investigation underway in terms of what happened on this campus. The Executive Committee of the university condemns these acts of violence in the strongest terms, and also the destruction and the damage to the property. Academic staff will return to the campus in a phased approach and also applied as per the program demands. The deans of our faculties will manage this process and is also in communication with our students and also with staff.
A German runner says his disappointment over the cancelled Sanlam Cape Town Marathon pushed him to run solo along the West Coast Highway. Around 24,000 entrants woke up to news the race was off after severe overnight winds damaged infrastructure at the start and along the route.
Clark Gardner, Group CEO of Faces, the organisers of the marathon, says severe winds caused extensive damage to the race village and route from just after midnight on Saturday.
En route, all fencing and road furniture had been blown over, so we could not guarantee the safety of our runners.
Gardner says assessors from the Abbott World Marathon Majors were present when the decision to cancel was made.
They were next to us from just after 5 a.m., assessing our crisis management capabilities, our crisis comms capabilities, and how professional we are or aren't.
Gardner says an announcement will be made this week about a special campaign that could see runners earn their Cape Town Marathon medals. Carlo Peterson, Eyewitness News.
Israel has resumed strikes on Gaza after accusing Hamas of breaking the fragile ceasefire by attacking its soldiers. The renewed violence threatens efforts to stabilize the region. U.S. envoy Jared Kushner told CBS News that if Israel wants true regional integration after the war, it must help Palestinians, quote, thrive and do better. A manhunt is underway for the band of thieves who stole priceless royal pieces from the Louvre Museum in Paris. 3 masked suspects entered the premises right after it opened. They gained access through a construction site, and once inside, they used a freight elevator before fleeing on motorbikes. Now, a team of 60 investigators is working on the theory that the raid was planned and executed by an organized crime group. And back home, a duo from Tsakane on the East Rand is making waves in the music scene with a movement rooted in soulful beats and spiritual bass lines. Under the banner What is Afro, Vusi Mabena and Kulani DJ Fede Matibule blend Afro tech and Afro house to connect music, culture and community. Their event series recently moved to the Fourways Farmers Market, drawing crowds for music, food and vibrant outdoor energy.
I think it was based on a desire, because it started back in our hometown, Itsakane, because we have a small grill cafe where people will come in, enjoy grill food, unwind, our friends, but some element was missing, of which it was the music, the culture, and how we interconnect.
The duo says their next What is Afro installation will take place on the 9th of November. That's it from us. See you again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.